Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Rome series. This is episode 12 of season 1, the finale of season 1, and it is called Calends of February. Last episode. I don't know if I'm forgetting any smaller plot points throughout the last episode, but that whole thing with Titus and Lucius was so epic, almost everything else that I saw has fallen out of my head. So the episode started with Titus doing some debt collection for that piece of shit, but unfortunately someone witnessed him committing one of the murders and he was thrown in jail. This created a very complicated political problem because Caesar in no way could be seen to help him, even though he knew Titus was essentially Lucius's best friend, nor could he send anyone directly connected with him to help Titus. So it seemed like Titus was a little bit screwed, to be honest. I mean, there was no one who could officially help him, and we all knew he was going to get convicted at the trial because yes, he was guilty and there was witnesses, so we knew how the trial was going to go. Didn't realise his punishment was going to just to be thrown into a gladiatorial arena and having to face waves of gladiators until he finally died. I loved the fact that there were soldiers from the 13th scattered in the crowd at the trial initially and they were planning on freeing him, but Lucius called them off. But it just shows how loyal the 13th Legion are to one another, that as soon as those guys heard that one of their guys was on trial, they were like, he's not getting executed, not on our watch. And it took Lucius, one of the commanding officers of that legion, to call them off before they finally left. But as expected, of course, Titus Pullo did not die. No, he wiped out 2 complete waves of gladiators single-handedly, and then when the end-level boss came out with his little skull-headed mace, of course, Lucius jumped in from the crowd, had Titus's back, helped kill him, and they walked out together. Of course, who knows how Caesar is going to react to the fact they did that this episode. It might go very badly for them from here on out. But yeah, aside from that epic storyline, the only other thing I really remember from last episode was the fact that over the course of the episode, Brutus was continuously pressured from multiple sources to make a stand against Caesar, and at the very end of the episode he said to Servilia, like, you know, I am going to make my stand. I do not know what that means or what Brutus's plan is from here, but it looks like from this point on in the show he is going to be directly opposed to Caesar. Regardless, with this being the finale, I'm sure some epic shit's gonna go down and I can't wait to see it, so let's get into it. This is episode 12, season 1, Calends of February. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. Bruno Heller wrote the entirety of the final episode. Well, this is gonna be good. Nice, Titus Pullo deserved his own play. The rouging of the cheeks was an artistic choice I don't think the real Titus Pullo would appreciate. Who was that meant to be? Is that meant to be Lucius? It looks like it's meant to be a pictation of Attia, like it was Attia that helped him.
So sorry, sir. I'm just taking your likeness, sir.
Taking my likeness? What do you mean? Speak, thief!
Poor Titus, he doesn't realise he's getting complimented.
Why would anybody do that?
Why, sir? Good. You're famous, sir.
Yes. Oh, this is incredible. Just when the Titus storyline couldn't get any better, he's now infamous in Rome.
You and Magistrate Varenus are symbols of brotherly love and redemption.
I think there's a certain female ex-slave who might not be his biggest fan, but aside from that...
Would you let me go, please, sir?
No.
Yeah, he's no longer a threat. That's quite miraculous though, so I'm assuming there's no further punishment going to be given to him since he survived it then. Ray Stevenson could have put a bit more work into his mummy audition. So what, is he just leaving Rome?
I'll exile me from the city.
Just for saving Pullo?
We'll live off the land like peasants.
I don't know, Caesar was very adamant about the fact he did not want any connection to Titus Pullo's freeing, and Lucius is definitely a connection to Caesar now. What are they doing here? Just blessing the land because they own it or something?
Good earth, this.
It's wetter.
Dark, loamy, not much clay, you can grow anything.
Yeah, it looks like decent farm soil. Now that's one thing I cannot imagine Lucius becoming a farmer. You know what, considering how this season started for them, it's so good to see them actually getting along, because at the end of the day they got kids to raise. The priest was like, fucking calm down, you guys. Get a room. I'm not one of Atia's slaves.
Some carters found him lying half dead by the Appian. He asked to be brought here.
Here?
He's inside.
Uh-oh. This'll be the first time slave girl's seen him since he killed her husband, I guess. I don't know how Roman people, took direct treachery. She'll forgive him and move past it. They'll be fine.
Send him back to the country as soon as he's mobile. He won't cause any trouble, not like this.
Okay, now I'm somewhat confused. Has Lucius went back to Rome and Titus has went to Lucius's in Rome? Or is Lucius still in his farmland and Titus has went there? Because I hear a lot of chatter outside the window, like they're still in the Avondale, is it called?
Where am I?
Rome, in my house.
Okay, so he did go back to Rome.
Heroes. Songs, plays, pictures on walls, eh?
Oh, come on, Lucius, crack a smile. That's pretty badass.
Women. They like nothing better than a man with a big name.
Lucius already thinking about the potential pussy that this is going to get him.
Do you think he'll do that? Throw us back in?
He might do.
He took a woman now, he'd come apart like an old sack.
That would be horrific for the woman involved. Unless she had a very specific bag of grain fetish.
It's good to hear your father laughing for a change.
True. It's not often you hear Lucius Vorenus ever laugh, let alone smile. Shit. And what's going on in this poor woman's head, I have no idea. I'm sure she wants to just go in that room and cut his throat, to be honest. Maybe she feels something for him, but at the end of the day, he killed her husband-to-be, so...
Fair enough.
He would have fully accepted her doing that, though.
Everybody would know it was you. A freed woman who killed her old master. Very nice.
I do feel so bad for this woman though, man. I mean, I wish she spoke more so we got to know the inner workings of her mind. I mean, I'm sure we can all imagine, but it's got to be so tough for her to see Titus again. As much as we all love him, he's a monster in her eyes, even though he freed her. He freed her for selfish reasons, really. He loved her, she didn't love him.
Can't keep Caesar waiting.
Oh, please don't punish him, Caesar. I mean, it seems like the public are behind him, if they're famous, and to me, that's what Caesar was most worried about, public perception. So the fact that these two guys are seen as heroic for what they did, I think Caesar might get behind them for that rather than punish them. I think he would have let her spit in his mouth, to be fair.
I shall divert the river here.
You gotta love a badass floor map.
Another temple accident, but if we might for the moment speak of this expansion.
How has Cicero got himself in Caesar's ear so quickly again?
Long-haired Gauls and blue-faced Celts.
Hey, I don't want to hear another word about the fucking Celts. You lot built a wall around us because we were more trouble than we were worth. Hadrian's a bitch, how about that?
Here comes the hero of the hour. What, no wreath of oak leaves?
You'd have thought out of anyone Mark Antony would have been impressed by what he did.
The people, simple souls that they are, have made great heroes out of you and Apollo.
I knew it, yes!
I do not wish to make the people angry, ergo I cannot punish you.
Awesome, protected by the power of the people.
I shall name Lucius Vorenus a senator of Rome.
Oh wow, that is incredible. Moving up in the ranks quick time as our Lucius.
I'd be honoured to do so if you think me worthy.
There's none worthier.
And that just shows Caesar cares about his people being happy above all else, because that means he is sailing on smooth waters.
A lowly pleb in the Senate, that's going too far. No offence to you.
Fuck off, Cicero.
I wish the Senate to be made of the best men in Italy, not just the richest old men in Rome.
That is a very good sentence. I hope Caesar legitimately means that, because that can only benefit the Senate if there's truly good people in it who want the best for the entire city, or the entire nation, or the entire empire for that matter.
You have to double your guard.
Guards can keep my enemies away, they can do nothing about my friends.
Now that is a quote and a half.
All these years together, and it still surprises you I can tie my sandals.
I really don't like this advisor. He seems to give the most snaky advice. He's like an even more snaky version of Cicero. Cicero's trying to survive and sit on the fence and shit and just survive no matter what side wins. This guy is a snake. And also, if they've rewarded Lucius, does that mean when Titus is better, he is also getting some kind of reward? Aside from, the already aforementioned unlimited pussy he hopes to get from his fame.
When I was your age, I had to eat bones from the gutter.
Yeah, he had to work really hard and climb up the ladder before he was dining at a table with a plate full of savoury mice.
Strange marriage it would be if you loved them from the start.
Right.
What a hilarious way to look at marriage.
Had our troubles, didn't we? Look at us now.
Happy as you like.
I've got to say, it is impressive. They have worked really hard throughout this season for their relationship and they've came out on top. Lovebirds, the pair of them. Look at them. Soft. Oh shit. That was an amazing little shot there of a skull shape forming in the birds.
Another dream of omens.
You're becoming quite the oracle.
That was a dream his wife had. That's slightly terrifying in that case.
Here I am, still alive and well.
Never had such dreams before now.
It was strange though, she seemed to be dreaming about the farmland which Lucius owned, which we saw earlier in the episode.
Let his arm be strong. Let his aim be true.
Why is she saying this shit? Is Brutus actually planning on killing Caesar? You know it's serious when he's getting involved in the witch shit. The indestructible Titus Pullo rises again.
Hello.
Just testing the waters a bit, trying to flex his celebrity status.
Guess who I am?
Maybe he needs to get a t-shirt that says I am Titus Pullo on it. They're creating an interesting dynamic between him and his former slave this episode. She seems like she's warming up to him slightly, and deep down I really want to see them still get together, I mean, it's an awkward relationship having killed her husband, but love has been formed in weirder ways. I'm proud of my boy Lucius, man. He's deserved a peaceful job. Not to say that being in the Senate's going to be peaceful, but at least he's not got his life on the line. Happy family, job at the Senate. He's done well.
Belgians and Celts that call themselves chiefs.
There's one over there with earrings.
Look at these judgmental upper-class Romans not liking the new Senate members. Caesar's using a lot of forward thinking making these decisions. Getting Gauls and Goths into the Senate, that allows them to speak for the people who would otherwise hate Rome.
We timid subjects of King Caesar must learn to be tolerant.
Sort of sarcastic, but still good advice from Cicero there. Brutus did not like Caesar catching his eyes there. He genuinely looks like he's planning to kill Caesar. Did Brutus kill Caesar in real life? I guess we'll find out. I know Caesar was poisoned eventually, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that as well. I have such limited knowledge of actual Roman history. Hi folks, sorry to interrupt, but just real quick. If the next card I pick up is the Ace of Spades, you will join my Patreon group, right? Ha! Shit. Join the fucking gang. Can your favourite reactor do that? No.
He won't rest until he's turned the Senate into a bawdy house. We good noblemen will be outnumbered.
Look at these guys so terrified of their positions because Caesar's added a bit of diversity to the Senate.
If we are to reckon with Caesar on the Senate floor, we must reckon with Lucius Vorenus also.
Oh, they are planning on killing Caesar. Well, fuck all these guys.
It is an honourable thing that we do. And it must be done honourably.
I hope they don't do this early, by the way. I love the character of Caesar being in this show. Please don't tell me he's not in season 2.
What's wrong? You are worrying very loudly.
Yeah, there were some pretty audible exhales there.
I feel like everything seems to be moving so fast.
Everything has moved so fast for Lucius and in turn Niobe this season, though. If you think about all the shit he's done, from being in the 13th to working security, working at the fishmongery stall, then back into the 14th, and now in the Senate. Lucius has been all over the place this season. He's pretty much not been the same thing for more than 2 episodes in a row.
Lucius Vorenus. Why?
I have heard the name before.
Where the fuck has Sevilla heard the name?
Would it be convenient for you to come and visit me tomorrow, Sevilla?
Ah.
Why would she want to see me? She hates me.
So do I. There's no bar to friendship.
Usually it has a little bit to play in friendship, but you know, this is ancient Rome.
To be my protector, of course. Who knows what the mad old turtle will do?
For fuck's sake, Atia, have some class. I'm assuming by that letter, Sevilla is going to use Atia to get to Lucius or some weird shit. I hope Lucius doesn't get caught up in the assassination of Caesar.
The shrine of sacred Racina. Come along, if you like.
Oh, there's still hope for them. I live in hope for that couple.
Oh, sacrosanct father, Gaius, Julius, Caesar!
He's so good at the delivery of that town crier.
You're practically a man. I like to think so.
Yeah, they did such a good job of making Octavian look like he'd legitimately grown up throughout this series. Yes, look at that mural. That is incredible. This must be the new temple getting built Caesar was talking about. What are those things them guys are carrying? They look like primitive rifles. I know they're not, but that's exactly what they look like.
Julia, and what I tell you now is the truth.
Oh shit. Oh no! Oh fuck! Please don't let this ruin everything, Lucius, please! That was such a sneaky move by Servilia to get Lucius away from Caesar as well. No, is Caesar about to get assassinated now? Mark Antony and Lucius just got pulled off him.
Consider revoking my brother's exile.
Don't you fucking do it, Brutus. What the fuck?
No!
No! No! Why isn't anyone coming to his side? Fuck! Is that how Caesar truly died? Stabbed in the Senate by a bunch of rats? And Brutus didn't actually stab him, but you know, he helped organise all of that shit. Oh man, I was hoping for more Caesar in season 2. That's actually heartbreaking. That is an incredibly bloody and violent death. That's so shit. And Brutus is going to put the final knife in, isn't he? Fuck you, Brutus. Fuck you, Brutus. Seriously, was Caesar really doing anything that bad? He was playing politics a bit, yes, but he was genuinely wanting the best for Rome. Do you really think those people you co-conspired with want the best for any of that? They want to protect their wealth and family names. And it's absolutely shocking to me that nobody in the Senate came to his aid there. Like, everyone was against him in the Senate, except Mark Antony and Lucius.
Your son!
This episode's went fucking horrible.
I thought you were dead.
Oh, fucking hell. This is a shit episode. You know how I've said every episode has been great so far? This one is fucking shit. Please don't kill her, Lucius. I know she fucked up, but please don't kill her, mate. Are you shitting me? What the fuck is this episode doing? Oh my god. This episode is actually absolutely shocking. And how is Mark Antony going to react to this? He looks fucking heartbroken, man. Absolute pit of snakes. Fucking scumbags, man. I don't want to hear you cry for a second, Brutus. Go and fuck yourself.
Would you like some honey water? I won't.
And Servilia brought Attia and Octavian here to tell them Caesar was dead before he had even died.
I will make you suffer slowly. Slowly and deeply. As you made me suffer.
Fucking hell, this is an intense episode. I never thought I'd be instantaneously Team Attia, but I'm instantaneously Team Attia. I hope Octavian comes back for revenge. I know he does eventually become a Caesar himself. I fucking hope he executes Servilia. I can't lie, guys, I'm like actually shell-shocked from this episode. It takes a lot to shock me, but the way they've built up all these storylines just to hit you in the gut so many times sequentially is fucking shocking. I am shocked. And Niobe's just killed herself. Just when everything was going great for Lucius, it's all been torn away from him. Inducted into the Senate by Caesar, now assassinated, having a happy family life, and literally was only told that about his son so that he would be pulled away from Caesar so that Caesar could be assassinated. And as a byproduct, Niobe's just killed herself. This is fucking horrible. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I can't even be happy at these two once again getting along. Can't even be happy about it. I give a fuck about these guys in the field right now. Servilia, you absolutely evil bitch. Brutus, you fucking little rat. I hope Mark Antony and Augustus both come for all of you. Holy shit, people. Holy shit. Holy shit. Can't remember the last time an episode of anything has shocked me like that. I can't even say the end bit yet because I'm still just like, what the fuck? The credits are rolling, I'm just a bit like, what the fuck, man? Okay, and that was the finale of Season 1 of Rome, Calends of February, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Calends of February, what did I think of that? I mean, I literally expressed all my emotions as it played out throughout this episode, but yeah, straight off the bat, when I said this episode's shit, it's not shit, it's just everything that happens to everyone I like except Titus Pulo was absolutely shit. You hope for some upside in a season finale, but him walking through the field with the woman he'd freed is just not a good compensation for the death of Julius Caesar and the suicide of Niobe. One thing after another just went horrible, and to think how well the episode started with Lucius being welcomed into the Senate, Titus Pulo waking up to find that he has a minor celebrity status from what happened to him in the arena, it was all going on the up and up. The only thing that was concerning was we did see Servilia and Brutus plotting, but I had no idea it was going to come so sudden and instantaneously like this episode. The guy playing Caesar is such a good actor, and on top of that, the name Julius Caesar is so infamous. I genuinely expected him to be deep into Season 2 or maybe even survive it, even though I know in real life he did die. I didn't know we were going to explore that in the show. My memory must be foggy, because I had always assumed Julius Caesar was poisoned, not shanked to death by a bunch of snakes in the Senate like that. And does that mean that every single person in the Senate was anti-Caesar? Because when Mark Antony and Lucius were pulled off him, it seemed like he had nobody else there stepping in to have his back against these attackers. And there was at least 100 people in that room, and maybe only 7 or 8 of them were attacking him, so why didn't anybody do anything? So frustrating to watch, and while you may have not always agreed with his politics or his methods for achieving what he wanted, he certainly genuinely did want the best for the people of Rome and Rome. Not to say he wasn't a tyrant, but there's different types of tyrants, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's a Hitler, and I would say Caesar is certainly not a Hitler. He was still trying to expand and make the empire strong, and I do feel like it has been weakened severely by the fact he will no longer be around. Also, does that mean Lucius and Mark Antony are no longer welcome in the Senate, or do they have to go back next season and stand around all these fucking little rats that just killed Julius Caesar? And then when the episode couldn't get any more depressing, Lucius was pulled away from Caesar, By being told the truth about the son, he went home and confronted Niobe, and she killed herself over it. Oh man, what a fucking downer of an episode. I really can't get over how much that episode has just fucked my mood up. And to think I have spent this entire show absolutely hating Atia, and in that single scene of Sevilla confronting her, letting her know what's just happened to Caesar, and then telling her to run. I fucking hate Sevilla now, and I am on Team Atia. I do not care how evil she is, she's Augustus's mother, and I've got faith Augustus is not going to take this shit lying down. And I hope Mark Antony and Lucius don't either. My ideal scenario for season 2 actually would be Augustus, Mark Antony and Lucius and Titus all like banding together to maintain a sort of strength in the Senate and to figure out a way to get back at the perpetrators of that horrible, horrible assassination. And like I said, it was a little ray of sunshine, but because of everything else that happened, I wasn't even able to fully enjoy Titus sort of reconciling with Irene and getting a bit more friendly, considering how much she hated him before this episode. It was kind of good to see them at least making friends again. But yeah, absolutely pales in comparison to the downside of this episode. I certainly won't be skipping through my day thinking, well, at least Titus Pullo's made friends with his former slave. And all I'll say is there better be some severe justice to those involved in that killing in season 2, or I will not be satisfied. Not even happy, it just won't be satisfying until I see some of them rats lying dead. Hopefully at the hands of people like Mark Antony, Titus Pullo, Lucius Vorenus or Octavian. And I guess I'll have to give a quick series summary. Just absolutely incredible television. Couldn't find or couldn't pick out a single episode which I disliked throughout this entire series, and I can easily at this point say it's one of the best season 1s I've ever seen, which is pretty exceptional when you think about it. So just much respect to all involved, cast, writing, direction, sets, its effects, everything. Top level, all the way through. And all I'll say is I can't believe I have to wait a week now to start season 2, because justice needs to be done instantly to these motherfuckers, and I will not be happy. And I guess since Caesar's out of the show now, man, that actor knocked it out of the park. The only other thing I had seen him in, to my knowledge, was the King Beyond the Wall in Game of Thrones. But yeah, he's some actor, and he put in a great performance as Julius Caesar. Had every aspect, I think, of it down pat, from the fact that he was a bit brutal, but also a people pleaser and also intelligent, and he encompassed all of that into the character and made it work brilliantly. And the show will be worse off for not having Julius Caesar in it. And I'm legitimately going to need a few minutes to get over that episode, so in the meantime, if you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.